you at the moment.
Okay. Next question, please.
Okay, we'll take our next question from Veronica Cox with Eagle Creek. Please go ahead.
Hi. We just kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about kind of specifically in the U.S. We're really looking at kind of a Facebook campaign and are really interested in making it authentic and figuring out how to really capture an audience and really reach people in a voice that sounds authentic and not like a brand just kind of shoving information down their throat. And so we're just we're kind of struggling through this and want to kind of get your feedback on the challenges of doing something like this and kind of, I guess, best practices from your perspective.
Steve, would you like to address that question?
Yes, I would. You know, I think it's, first of all, I'm a fan of your products. It's great to hear from you. And I think that what you could do is you know, in Facebook is you need to think about this from a win-win perspective. Just my counsel to you is, you know, just to understand that it may not be a product-centric program. It might be something that's tied to kind of some bigger topic, some bigger desire that people have. So what I would do is, you know, is that if your folks are spending time in Facebook, a significant amount of time there, and it sounds like you are, is to just understand what topics would be relevant to people there. It might be a green program, for example. There's a lot of concern about you know, the waste of products, and I think that you could, you know, if you're attacking that could be an area of opportunity for you. It could be around travel. Or adventure travel. But I think that what you should do is to find something, you know, find out what is kind of the topic that people care about there and why they're hanging out on Facebook, and quite frankly, what void is missing. You know, what's not there that could be there, that you could provide through a group, an application, a game, you know, a promotion, you know, whatever it is. But I think that there is some sort of, you know, finding out what you want and what your audience wants, and then going and making that happen together. And I think that it's a, you know, it's a collaboration vehicle for you as opposed to a communication vehicle. That's just my 2 cents.
Okay, Jill. Next question, please.
Our next question comes from Janice Rothstein with Edelman. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I think what is on a lot of people's minds is the financial situation. And since we have people representing different regions where finance is a key issue, I'd love to ask this question. In the United States, I've heard that there is the highest stress level amongst people in the United States since 9/11 attributed to the financial and economic conditions. It appears to me that the financial community is not necessarily in control of the message. We are hearing a lot of messages from a lot of different people. And I'm curious if you have some suggestions to people in the financial community as how they can best communicate and deal with what is going on in their own business, as well as getting back in control of the message and what positioning you would suggest they get involved with.
It's a very good question. Who would like to take that one?
It's John here. I can talk from an Asian perspective. We're working with 4 different banks across the region, or financial institutions across the region, more so to track the conversation. And I think to your point, Janice, which is absolutely right, the challenge that we're facing here in the region now is that, you know, I talked about bulletin board. I like the Emmy Award music in the background. Yeah, we're finding across the region that the conversation is so spread out across different forums and different discussion topics that in terms of trying to kind of, you know, reassert some form of, you know, of proactivity to that really what you need is you need to have those relationships in advance already in place, or you need to work on them very quickly with the major forum leaders. And so I guess this is a different thing with our region as opposed to, this may say, North America, where, you know, those conversations are happening maybe on blogs. But with forums, I guess what our counsel to clients here in the region is that you need to build those relationships with key mavens on forums now before you find yourself in a situation that is a global conversation running out of control.
Did that answer your question, Janice?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.